Ronaldo to me, Ronaldo! It's one of the great Old Trafford comebacks. Astonishing!
Manchester United 1, Crystal Palace 3. Now before I go on this long rant, which I am gonna do, let me try and put some things in context. As hot-headed as I am, let me try and put some things in context. We did not have a pre-season. We played one friendly game. Crystal Palace has played 3 friendly games. This was our first competitive game. This was Crystal Palace's second competitive game because they played a game last week in the Premier League. So they will be fitter than us, and they will be more match fit than us, and they will be sharper than us. However, you do not lose in the manner that we lost to Crystal Palace tonight. You do not do that. We got outfought in every battle. We came second. Every 50-50 battle, we came second. They were getting each and every second ball. They wanted it more. They were more hungry than us. They were faster, they were stronger than us. You do not lose in the manner that we lost today. There was no system. There was no style of play. It was almost as if these boys have never seen each other in their lifetime, and they were just sent there to play together for the very first time. The basics, the very basics weren't there today. As I'm saying, I can understand certain things, but the basics of football weren't there today. And this is not the first time we are seeing this. Go back to my previous videos and you will always see me saying this manager does not have a system, he does not have a style of play, there is no passing patterns, he is not coaching these boys properly. Period. And we saw it today. Crystal Palace played better than us. And although you have the ball, it does not mean you are playing better than the opposition. It does not mean that. You can control a game by not having the ball. And that's what Crystal Palace done today. They controlled the game without having the ball. They knew what they were doing. They were resolute. If you want to beat Manchester United, it's very simple. Have a low block and hit Manchester United on the counter. And that's all they done. They blocked the passing lanes from Bruno Fernandes to Paul Pogba. When Paul Pogba got the ball, they were pressing Paul Pogba so that he did not have time to pick up his head and play the long passes that he can play and that he wants to play. Then they blocked the lanes between Bruno Fernandes, so they crowd Bruno Fernandes so that he can't get the ball. And you beat Manchester United. It's very simple because we do not have a system, we rely on individual brilliance. And that's what you saw today. And we need transfers. It is as simple as that. We need transfers. It fathoms me, guys. It fathoms me that us as fans know more about football than Manchester United. It should not be that way, but it is clear that we know more about football than Manchester United. I don't care whether it's Matt Judge who does the transfers. We know more than him. I guarantee you, bring Matt Judge to a room and bring us as YouTubers, as Manchester United fans to a room. I guarantee you he will not be able to answer certain questions that we pose to him. Because if you know football, you will understand Manchester United need a right winger. And the right winger we need is Jadon Sancho. No one else. We need Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho is a £100 million player. He's not anything less. He is worth 100 million. The fee that Dortmund are demanding, that is his value. But I'll tell you who is not worth their money. Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire is not worth 85 million, yet we paid that money. With a smile we paid 85 million. Why? I wonder why. Is it because he plays in the Premier League? It's because the club has no idea what they are doing. You pay 85 million for a defender that's not nowhere near world class, yet you can't pay 108 million for a boy that's the best young player in the world. Now you tell me, does that make sense? Chelsea bought Kai Havertz for a fee rising up to 90 million. They paid 70 something million up front, and then the other money they're going to pay in add-ons. But it accumulates to 90 million pounds. That's what they're paying for Kai Havertz. Jadon Sancho is better than Kai Havertz. So how can you want a fee of less than Kai Havertz when Jadon Sancho is better. So we needed a right wing. Us as fans knew that. We need a CDM because Matic is 32 years old. He is not, he's too old. First of all, he's not mobile enough. Matic cannot play every single game. Matic can't play 3 times a week or twice a week. Matic can't even play twice a week. So we needed a CDM. We needed a centre-back because the centre-back partnership of Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire is probably the worst in the Premier League. We needed a centre-back. And we identified these players that we need. We said we need Jadon Sancho for the right wing. We said in the centre-back we need Upamecano. Why can't you go and get the Upamecano deal done? Why did you have to wait for Upamecano to pen a new contract and then you go and look at him? Why? Watch my video, guys, on transfers that I spoke about, I think 3 months ago. I spoke about transfers and I said, United, go and get Upamecano. At that time, Upamecano did not sign a new contract. Why do us as fans know more about football than the people that are getting paid to do the job of football? Why? I said go and get Upamecano. You could have got that deal done for 50 million. We did not do that. CDM, go and get Thomas Partey. He got a release clause of 40 something million. Go and get Thomas Partey. He's one of the best CDMs. No, we don't. And then when you've fixed these 3 areas, then you look at the left back area of Luke Shaw and you say we need either a replacement or we need someone to challenge Luke Shaw. At minimum challenge, but for me we need a replacement because he's not good enough. But okay, let's just get someone to challenge Luke Shaw because there's not, Brandon Williams is not good enough. He's not ready right now. Those are the areas that we need to focus on. Unfortunately, we don't. Ed Woodward comes out recently and he says that the pandemic has affected United, but it has not affected United as it has affected other clubs. We are in better positions than other clubs. Then go and show us we are in better positions, Ed Woodward. Go look at the business that Everton have done. Look at how well Everton are playing. Look at Liverpool. Liverpool have just won the league. Just won the league. And they're going to buy Thiago and they're going to buy Jota. And Liverpool buy Jota in the matter of 2 days, guys. 2 days. The first day they get linked with him, they agree personal terms with him. The second day they agree the fee with the club and they sign him on the second day. 2 days to do transfers. It takes United the whole transfer window to do one. The whole transfer window to do one. We are incompetent in transfers. And that's why us fans are angry, because we could see this result coming and we can see more of these results coming, like the Crystal Palace one. Now let me also bring a balance. As much as we need transfers, guys, we do not need any more transfers to beat that Crystal Palace team. We should be beating that Crystal Palace team. We've got much better players than that Crystal Palace team. We should be beating them. Or at minimum, as I'm saying at the beginning of the video, we did not play as much games as them. So at minimum, get a draw against Crystal Palace. Do not lose in the manner that we lost today against Crystal Palace. And that is down to coaching. That is not down to transfers, because we've got much better players than Palace. Much better players than Palace. And I'm even being lenient. I'm saying I understand we are not so sharp. We don't have match fitness and we're not sharp. I understand that. So I'm saying don't beat Crystal Palace. Get a draw against Crystal Palace. We could not do that today. We got outplayed. They beat us 3-1 at home. At home. And that is unacceptable. And that is down to coaching. Because when you look at how Solskjaer set the team out, when we looked at the team sheet, the team lineup, we all said, what is this? Why is Fosu Mensah playing at right back? In 2020, where we're supposed to be moving forward under this new manager, we're supposed to be making strides forward, we are starting Fosu Mensah at right back. Why? Why is Wan-Bissaka not playing? Okay, maybe he picked up a knock that we don't know of during the training. Okay, fine. Where is Diogo Dalot? Dalot is much better than Fosu Mensah. Why is Fosu Mensah starting for us at right back? First problem. Second problem, why is Scott McTominay playing in that midfield? Why did you not start Fred? Where's Matic? Maybe Matic is injured, maybe Matic picked up a knock. We don't know. Why is Scott McTominay playing alongside Paul Pogba? Why is Fred not playing? Okay, even if you want to say that, why did you not play Donny van de Beek from the beginning? Because this is another thing. We do not need to play with 2 CDMs. We do not need to play with 2 CDMs against a team that is sitting back and parking the bus. You do not need to play with 2 CDMs. You play with 1 CDM and you play with either 2 number 10s or 1 number 10 and 1 number 8. That's how you play. Today we played with 2 CDMs. We played with Paul Pogba and Scott McTominay. Why did you need to do that? Why was Scott even on the pitch? Scott is not good enough to start for Manchester United. Why is he starting for Manchester United? Then you've got Daniel James, who for me we shouldn't have even bought Daniel James. We wasted 15 million. Why were we looking in the championship? I've never seen Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich. I've never seen these teams look in the championship for players. I've never seen that. Why are we looking in the championship for players? Daniel James, I can understand to a certain extent why you started him, because maybe Mason Greenwood weren't 100% fit. I can understand that. But if Oli was a proper manager, and if Oli really knew about how to coach, then he would have played a diamond and played Martial and Rashford up front. He would have played a diamond and put Donny van de Beek, Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes and probably Fred in that. Or even start Scott McTominay, I don't care. As long as you play those other 3 midfielders together, play a diamond and play the 2 attackers. Because you did not have Mason Greenwood at the beginning of the game. Anything not to play James. Because Daniel James is a player that is good for counter-attacking football. He's a player that only can play with a space to run into. Daniel James, the whole game today that he played, before he got substituted obviously with 45 minutes. In the 45 minutes that he played, he did not take that fullback on. He does not have skill or trickery to go past a fullback. So Daniel James is only good because he got speed. Therefore, you can only maximize that speed when there's space to run into. When a team is sitting back, when they got a low block, there is no space to run into. Therefore, Daniel James' only attribute is null and void. He cannot cross the ball. He just hits the ball and he hopes it goes to someone. He doesn't know who the ball is going to, so he cannot cross the ball. And he's got no skill to go past someone, and he's got no football intelligence to make good runs off the ball. So therefore, we shouldn't even started Daniel James. As I'm saying, go to a diamond. Nonetheless, Ole Gunnar started Daniel James. And so, from the offset, from the beginning, we raised eyebrows at that team sheet. That team sheet got nothing to do with Ed Woodward. That team sheet got nothing to do with the owners. That team sheet got everything to do with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, how he set them up. How he set them up. Why has he frozen Delo out? Why? Okay, that's the one thing. Then the tactics and the system and the style of play. Why don't we have a style of play? Why don't we have a system? Why don't our players know how to pass the ball, where to pass the ball, how to move off the ball? Let me tell you something, guys. When you are playing against a low block, you need to move the ball quickly because you need to shift them around the pitch as quickly as possible. You need to move the ball quickly. We move the ball too slow. Manchester United does not play 1 and 2 touch football. We don't. When Paul Pogba gets the ball from deep, he doesn't know if Marcus Rashford is on his bike or if Marcus Rashford is standing still. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know if Daniel James is making a run in behind or is making a run inverted. He doesn't know that because that's down to coaching. It's not coached. He should know. When he gets the ball, he should know Marcus Rashford is on his bike. I need to ping this ball the minute I get it. He does not know that. He doesn't know that. That's down to coaching. Look at, I tell you this here. When our guys get the ball, when we pass the ball, we stand, the player that passes the ball, once he passes the ball, he stands still instead of moving into a different position, instead of moving into a space so that when he passes the ball, he can then go and receive the ball in a different space and we can have a knock-on effect like that. And that's how you create triangles, that's how you create passing patterns. Manchester United doesn't do that. The minute we pass the ball, we stand still. Look at it, guys. Whatever I'm saying, please go and look at the performance. Whenever one of our players, we pass the ball, we stand still in the exact same space, and you do not do that in football. We all know the basics. Once you give and go, it's called give and go. Once you release the ball, you run into a certain space so that you can receive it again. Or you can at least be an option. And you take the player, the opposition player with you, you take him out of position. That's how you do it. That's how you move. There needs to be continuous movements on the pitch. There's no movements on the pitch because there's no coaching. So let me go into the player ratings. Everybody is poor. I think David De Gea, I will even say David De Gea got something to do with the first goal because he did get a hand to it. I believe that he might be able to push it out. I might be a little bit harsh, but you know what, at this point in time, guys, I got no confidence in David De Gea. I'm his biggest fan. I love him for what he done. All the player of the year, and we were finishing in those positions because of Dave. If it weren't for Dave, in the years past, we would have probably finished 8th and 10th if it weren't for Dave. So I love Dave, but I don't have confidence in him at this time. I do believe that he could have maybe saved that first goal. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Nevertheless, he still made a good save in the game. With his feet, he's very poor. I give David De Gea, I probably give him a 5, guys. Fosu Mensah gets a, it's hard. Fosu Mensah for me gets a 3. Fosu Mensah gets a 3. You see Fosu Mensah running, but he's not good enough. His crosses was hitting the first man. He never complete many of his crosses. He's not very good defensively. I'll give him a 3. Victor Lindelof, I give Victor Lindelof a 2. Extremely poor. At fault for the first goal. At fault for the third goal as well. So poor. So poor. Victor Lindelof a 2. Harry Maguire a 3. Also at fault also for the third goal with that Wilfried Zaha. Harry Maguire was looking at Victor Lindelof. Looking at Wilfried Zaha. Did not go and try and challenge Wilfried Zaha. When he did go close to Wilfried Zaha, he never want to put a foot in there. His positioning today was so poor, and that's why I'm saying that partnership is a terrible partnership because both of them are not very good defensively. Both of them are not good on the ball. What are they good at? Harry Maguire a 3. Luke Shaw probably a 4. Or yes, Luke Shaw was at fault for the first goal. So Luke Shaw a 4. A 4. After that first goal, I think he played okay. He was trying and making runs. He was trying and crossing the ball. He was making passes. He was trying. Not good enough, but he was trying. So Luke Shaw a 4. He was at fault for the first goal. Luke Shaw a 4. In the midfield, Scott McTominay a 4. Scott McTominay a 4. What did he do? He's not good enough to start for us. Paul Pogba a 3. Paul Pogba had a very bad game. A very bad game. Very bad game. Giving balls away sloppy. On the right side, Daniel James a 3. Did not do anything. Got substituted half time, rightfully so. Bruno Fernandes a 4. Didn't do anything in the game at all. Marcus Rashford a 4 as well. Marcus Rashford was probably the biggest hider in that game. He didn't want the ball, and when he got the ball, he done absolutely nothing. And this is not new for Marcus Rashford, guys. This is Marcus Rashford picking up the same form that he was on in Project Restart. The same form he picked up on. So Marcus Rashford a 4, Anthony Martial as well a 4. Done nothing in the game. Done absolutely nothing. The only little bit of positive that I can take from this game is Donny van de Beek. Donny van de Beek came on, and you can see he's a very intelligent player because he comes from Ajax and he's a Dutch player. Ajax can play football. We know that. They are much better footballing side than us. Yes, we can beat Ajax because we've got better players than Ajax. But in terms of how they move the ball and their understanding of the game and their understanding of the system that they play in, they're much better than us. So you could see that when Donny came in, he understood, he has football intelligence, he understands the game. He was coming and he was playing 1 and 2 touch football. Excellent. I think Donny van de Beek was very good. Very good. I probably give him a 7. Even with this goal, I give him a 7. Mason Greenwood was quiet when he came on. He done absolutely nothing as well. For 45 minutes, he was very quiet. Mason Greenwood a 4. It was not once a good game. Igalo came on, done nothing. At 1 minute in time, towards the end of the game, Oli just threw on everybody. There was no shape. There was no instructions to any of the players. He just threw on all his attackers, and it was just a mess. And that's down to Oli. Also another thing, his substitutions. Mason Greenwood coming on for Daniel James, half-time, excellent. That's what we want to see more of Oli. But then on the 60th minute, he takes off Paul Pogba. And he leaves Scott McTominay on. At that moment in time, we are losing 1-0. We are not looking like we are going to score a goal. We are not looking like we're going to provide a threat. How can you, losing 1-0, you take off your most creative player. Yes, he had a poor game. Yes, he was bad. But why do you leave the CDM on? And you take Paul Pogba off. We are chasing the game. We are losing 1-0. I'll understand if we're drawing 1-1 and we're on the cosh. We're looking like we can concede. Then I can understand leaving Scott McTominay on and taking Pogba off. I can then understand it. But you take Paul Pogba off when we need to score a goal. Why? You're supposed to take Scott McTominay off, bring Donny van der Beek on for Scott McTominay, then you play Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba in the number 8 positions. Or whatever, double number 6, whatever all he plays. I don't even agree with that. Then that's what you do. So I didn't understand that from Oli, and it was a poor decision from Oli. So, and then Ole Gunnar Solskjaer rating, I'll probably give him a 1. Yes, I'll probably give him a 1. Because he got the lineup. What lineup was that? Yeah? He's been so long with these guys, 1 year and 9 months approximately. He's been with these guys, still we don't have a style of play. Still we don't have passing patterns. The players don't know what they're doing on the pitch. It looks like they're the first time that they're seeing each other. I have to give him a 1. I'm sorry. But what I will say is, guys, let's hope as Manchester United we go and make these transfers, because I've been seeing Ole Gunnar's post-match interviews, and he's been saying that this result highlights the fact that we need reinforcements. So I'm happy that he said that. He's putting pressure on the club, and I'm happy because I want to get transfers for the simple reason as we need to grow as a football club. We need the best possible team that we can get. So let's go and get transfers. Number 2, I don't want Oli to have any excuses. No excuses whatsoever. Right now, all the fans, and we can all say Oli's not being backed, therefore it justifies him doing poorly because he's not being backed. But I want him to be backed because then the pressure is on him to deliver. The pressure is on him to deliver. So let's go and get the Jadon Sancho. Yes, Jadon Sancho and Alex Telles. Those are looking like the signings we're going to get. Let's go and get those signings. Then Oli can't have any excuses for the poor results that he is getting. So, you know, it's the first game, guys. We can't be too harsh on the team. I know that this is a heated match review because of the manner that we lost. We lost at home to Crystal Palace 3-1. We got out-fought, out-battled, out-tacticked, outplayed. So, let's see what the next game holds in store for us. Hopefully, we can do some transfers in the week to come. Another thing I will say, guys, transfers are not difficult to do. Transfers is very easy to do when you've got the money, when the player wants to leave, and when the selling club wants to sell, or they want to sell. When you got those 3 things, transfers is very easy. Chelsea have shown us they were literally signing players every day. They've made about 6 signings so far in this transfer window. Chelsea have shown us that transfers are easy. Liverpool have shown us that transfers is easy by signing Jota, by signing Jota in 2 days. 2 days they've signed Jota. They've shown us that transfers are easy. So let's hope that we can go and do the business. We are incompetent in transfers. We've always been from the time Alex Ferguson left. We are still incompetent in transfers, but let's hope that we can do some business in the week to come. At least sign Telles. And then in the next couple of weeks, let's get the Jadon Sancho transfer over the line and let's kickstart the season. Yes, we are not going to get first place. Yes, we're not going to get second place, but let's at least try and get third place. I'll see you all on the next match review, guys. Peace.